We begin 11 at 11 now with the next chapter in the fatal shooting of a Fairfield man. Tonight, supporters of John Crawford are still demanding justice, while investigators call this a tragedy resulting from a justified use of force.
You can't judge this sitting at home on a Sunday afternoon, drinking a beer, watching the Bengals.
Good evening. Fortunately, Beaver Creek is calm right now. This after a ruling that left many feeling like justice was not served.
But even after the release of this surveillance video, this case isn't over yet. Now the feds are getting involved. 9 on Your Side reporter Evan Millward is live tonight with exactly what those next steps are. Evan?
Well, the local tie here is that 2 Hamilton County prosecutors have been acting as special prosecutors in this case. They are passing it off. Their work is done. But the Department of Justice is picking up. It wants to know what happened inside that Dayton area Walmart back in August. Silent video is all anyone who wasn't in this Walmart will have. These, the last moments of a tri-state man's life.
Today is a sad state of affairs for the Dayton community.
Swift, strong response after a grand jury says these officers won't be charged for John Crawford III's August death. The special prosecutor stands behind the decision.
Even the Supreme Court of the United States says you can't judge this sitting at home on a Sunday afternoon, drinking a beer, watching the Bengals. You have to put yourself in their shoes at that time with the information they had.
A gentleman walking around with a gun in the store.
The only information the officers had
He's like pointing at people.
Was one report of an armed man menacing customers with what appears to be a rifle. Problem is, it's not.
The best way to describe this, it's just a horrible set of circumstances that if any one of them wasn't present, this would not have happened.
But tell that to John Crawford's mother.
I think this was some BS. It was a setup from the beginning. That's my reaction. This was some BS.
Teresa Sherrod has already met with her attorney again. The NAACP is waiting for the Department of Justice's findings. But perception is so often reality. And in Ohio, perception could be an arm of the law.
And the law is real clear. When you're a police officer responding to the scene, it's not what is true or not true. It's what you reasonably believe to be true.
So here's how this has played out over the past couple of days. That grand jury heard from 18 witnesses. They were considering murder, reckless homicide, and negligent homicide charges. Tonight, Crawford's family says they are disgusted by the decision not to file any charges. We're live downtown. Evan Millward, 9 on Your Side.
Evan, thanks. The special prosecutor called the shooting a culmination of events that had even one been absent, that shooting would not have happened. But he did single out one particular part, the BB gun carried in the store by the victim. Lanny Brannick continues our team coverage with how easy it is to see how police could mistake it for a real gun.
Just the simple search BB guns that look real will provide photos, links, and the chance to purchase air guns or BB guns that look just like the weapons that fire high-powered projectiles and not air-pushed pellets or BBs. They've been around for decades, but today's versions strive for authentic looks that imitate specific weapons, like this Glock look-alike. Special Prosecutor Mark Piepmeyer specifically pointed out the problem identifying a real weapon from one that is far less dangerous.
One of these is a real gun. One of these is the gun Mr. Crawford was carrying that day. As you can see, it's very hard to tell the difference.
Retailers from Amazon to Walmart sell the Crosman MK177 air gun, the one Crawford was carrying, for anywhere from $60 to $100. Piepmeyer said today in his news conference that the MK177 was not the type of gun you had as a child.
It's not like the Red Ryder you might have had as a kid. These are now designed to look like the real McCoy. This is a real automatic rifle. This is the rifle that Mr. Crawford was carrying that day.
Lanny Brannick, 9 on Your Side.